Good afternoon. This is your midday update. We are in phase 2 of our winter storm right now. We're taking a live look at downtown Minneapolis and the traffic flow on Highway 100 southbound, looking at Excelsior. Roads are relatively clear considering the amount of snow we've gotten. Traffic seems to be flowing okay too. In the metro, we could see up to 3 to 6 inches accumulate into Friday. And we've just learned that both Minneapolis and St. Paul have declared snow emergencies. All of this is why our meteorologist declared this a weather-worn day. Let's get right out to Jamie Cagle outside for how we're looking for the rest of the day. Hello, sir.
Hello. A beautiful backdrop, isn't it? The big flakes falling from the sky. But yeah, still under a winter storm warning for a vast majority of Minnesota right now. We'll take a look at the map there, and you can see for the southeast and south central part of the state, it is a winter weather advisory until 9 o'clock tonight. Winter weather advisory. First thing you should think of is difficult driving conditions. That winter storm warning is going to make for some tough commutes as well. That'll go until 6 p.m. And when you take a look at the radar, you can see again some of that very heavy band activity in the western part of the state starting to break up around some parts of the metro and up towards Arrowhead, where they could really use a break from that snowfall. We'll take a look at your microcast here now, and you'll see again how it really remains prevalent in the western and southwestern part of the state for tonight going into the overnight hours. The good news is that this storm system is going to start to lose a bit of its moisture. So as it continues to come down tonight and then into tomorrow, we'll start to see the snowfall rates begin to drop off. But you can see over the next couple of hours, we'll probably add another inch on the ground, and even around the metro, that 3 to 6 inch range is still holding true in the forecast there. It is going to be a little more prevalent in the north half of the metro area. And over the next several hours, the snow will continue to fall. But as you saw in that futurecast there, it is going to be a bit heavier looking to the west and to the southwest. And like I said, the good news is much of this snow machine starts to lose its fuel as we get into Friday. But then on the backside of all this, the temperatures start to drop. That will be the next big phase to this storm system coming up.
Yeah, I'm happy that's not happening right now.
Yeah.
It'll make the roads a lot worse. Thank you, Jamie. We'll talk to you later. Energy crews are working to restore power to more than 20,000 customers in the Twin Cities and western Wisconsin. If you are in the affected areas, Xcel says keep an eye out for email updates from the company. It's a busy afternoon for MnDOT. Crews are treating and clearing roads. As you can imagine, there are 800 snowplows working in the entire state, and at least 65 of them are being used within the metro. Got a lot of ground to cover. If your area hasn't been cleared, MnDOT says to be patient as they make their way through the city. You can stay weather aware with the free KARE 11 weather app. We can't stress enough how convenient it is to get personalized forecasts, alerts, live radar, especially during storms like this. You can get it at any app store. Now to a developing story in Minneapolis. Police are investigating a deadly shooting in the Whittier neighborhood. Police say it happened about 7 o'clock last night on 22nd Avenue in Blythedale. Officers on the scene found a man with a gunshot wound who later died at a local hospital. There have been no arrests, and police asking anyone with information to come forward. In case you missed it, Minnesota nurses at 15 hospitals have a new 3-year contract. That's after a vote Wednesday to overwhelmingly approve the deal. The new contracts include pay raises and language to address staffing levels. However, there are still concerns about possible mergers between some health systems. Santa and Mrs. Claus, they got some extra help from the St. Paul PD to make an early delivery. Here they are just a few hours ago, dropping off toys to patients and families at Children's Minnesota. For more than 20 years, the nonprofit St. Paul Cops and Kids has brightened the lives of the youngest hospital patients during the holidays. It's nice to see that tradition still thriving. Our snow coverage continues at 4 o'clock. We'll be in Duluth reporting on updates and checking road conditions for you if you are driving home from work or going out and doing some shopping.